welcome to part 2 of the zombie storyline. We'll pick up from where we left off in episode 1 and view that video first if you are new to this. Agent Peter. Well, since they found all of this out, the Americans sent a scientist team over to Shinonoma to analyze the rock and experiment and stuff. One of those being Peter. Now, Peter's location to this day is still unknown, but a man can see hanging in Shinonoma. Whether this is actually Peter or if it's somebody else is unknown. For right now, though, we'll just say it is Peter. Now this is where it gets confusing. While the scientists at Deres were still making crazy stuff like teleporters and ray guns, in Shinonoma things were going bad. If anyone is familiar with the ninth man, third eye, fifth floor, then you would know that what I'm talking about. Anyways, one of the hints he gave out was the CCCP. It's behind it all. And bed CCCP. Now you're thinking, what the fuck does that mean? Well, I thought and thought and thought, and it hit me. This is what happened at Shinonoma. Peter and the rest of us scientists were sleeping. All of a sudden, the CCCP agents parachuted in and killed everyone except for Peter. Now, if you look at Shinonoma trailer, right in the beginning, you'll see the green bed pop up like 3 times. On this bed, you'll see a bloody handprint and the whole bed on its side. This is a trail of blood leading from the bed upstairs to the hanging man. Well, I think that the CCP went over to Peter, bit the living crap out of him, and tried to interrogate him. When he didn't respond to their questions, they dragged him upstairs and hung him. They then found the 115, took it back to Russia and experimented on animals, mating the Cosmic Silverback, which is clearly Russian. It says CCCP all over his uniform, and on the last level of Dead Ops Arcade, there is a rocket that has CCCP written on the side, obviously meaning that the monkey is Russian. The control of the zombies. While that was happening, 935 was still trying to find out how to control these mindless things so they could release them into battle and just wipe out a whole army without any German army casualties. They then found out that brainwashing was an effective way to control them. They then needed a place to brainwash them. So they used a local movie theater named Kino de Toten. The projector would show images, and the zombies would then just stare at those for weeks and weeks, learning to do whatever the projector tells them to do. This then was almost ready to be perfected, so they needed a plan to literally wipe out the entire mass of people in seconds without destroying their cells, because if the cells were destroyed, the 115 wouldn't bring those parts of their bodies back to life. And that is the end of part 2. Subscribe for more, and see you next